This is Times Beach, a wetland in the heart of downtown Buffalo where wildlife abounds amid mountains of slag heaps and decaying grain mills. In the 1970s, pollutants which were dredged from the bottom of the Buffalo River and harbor to keep the waterways open were dumped here. Now a team of environmental scientists from the U.S., Canada, and Europe are in Buffalo to study the effects of those contaminants on the plant and animal life at Times Beach.
So what we want to do is combine expertise, combine the money, and do a real good research project.
Whatever these scientists learn from life here will be applied to other parts of the world, wherever life thrives in polluted areas. Despite its use as a former dump for industrial waste that clogged up the Buffalo River, the city of Buffalo, at the request of wildlife organizations, wants to maintain Times Beach as a preserve.
On the other hand, we don't want to contribute to any problem, any long-term problem. It's, at the very outlook, it looks like a nice area, but we want to make sure that it's not going to cause future problems.
It'll be several years before this international team can come up with a game plan for the most effective management of wildlife and dredge disposal. But once they do, mankind will have a comprehensive blueprint for the intelligent handling of environmental contaminants, which must coexist with life on Earth in all its forms. Nona Barby, Channel 7 Eyewitness News on Times Beach.
Our job, it's the mayor's job to make sure that this stuff is cleaned up.
That's right.
That's his job. That's his job, is get this stuff up. Make our neighborhood safe as his is.
Watch out for the car behind.
Of course not. Talking about Griffin.
They promo it as a land of leisure, culture, and beauty. But some county residents say this is their Chautauqua. Some 3 to 4 million old tires and more trucked in every day by a dump owner who gets paid to take them.
It's a mess. Let's put it that way. Just a mess.
1 year ago, neighbors of this enormous tire dump complained to Eyewitness News, and because of our story, state officials promised to take action. But today, the sea of tires remains, along with what neighbors say is breeding in them.
They've counted as high as 1,500 mosquitoes on a person there within a half an hour next to the dump.
The last couple of years, 6 o'clock at night, you go inside. You don't stay out.
But it's another kind of bug that has neighbors really worried. They're terrified that a firebug may come along and set these tires ablaze.
There's no way there's enough foam in the whole state of New York to come in and put out a situation like this. It would just be totally out of control.
Dump owner David Hornberg calls his neighbors' fears foolish. He refused to appear on camera today, but off camera he said he's being harassed and is considering legal action. He claims he's just waiting for state approval to build a tire recycling plant. But opponents, who are still hoping to put Hornberg out of business altogether, think the dump owner has other plans.
I really think he's just going to make as much as he can off this and just load the people into Lincoln and they'll be gone out of state.
Penny Daniels, Channel 7 Eyewitness News in Sinclairville, Chautauqua County.
Wasn't a particularly good solution to the problem, but it did.
We'll be able to get the court to, over the past 2 years, Bill Parment. Bill has been very concerned about a hazardous condition.
These hills of tires are pure gold to David Hornberg, who began piling up 4 million of them several years ago. Once recycled, the tires are worth cash, 35 to 50 cents each. Some people think the tire dump is an eyesore and fire hazard. In addition, mosquitoes breeding in stagnant water inside the tires are becoming a health hazard. David Hornberg's tire mountain did lead him to court 2 years ago. That case was thrown out when he promised to submit to the DEC monthly reports on how many tires were being brought in here and being shipped out.
Well, that was the basis of dismissing the original charge, the fact that he was using it as a transfer rather than storage. And if he was using it as storage, then it was about criminal violation.
Both the mayor and judge got letters from the DEC today asking Hornberg to resubmit shipping and receiving data to see if he is shipping more out than he's bringing in as he claims. Most who live nearby say no shipping has gone on in years, just dumping.
Well, at this time it would appear that there is, through accumulation, more that are coming than are going.
Hornberg wouldn't talk about his operation on camera with Eyewitness News, but if new reports don't satisfy DEC investigators, the case will be reopened and new charges will be brought against Hornberg for operating a recycling center without a permit. John Bowman, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, Sinclairville.
To many people, battling litter is a noble cause. But to some local retailers, the new bottle bill is hardly worth the trouble.
Now you're going to be looking at a canned redemption, you're going to look at a non-refillable 2-liter redemption, and you're going to be getting your regular bottle refunds as you are right now.
Sound confusing? Well, retailers say the new bill is baffling. But one thing is clear. After September 12th, they can't sell non-returnables, and ironically, they can't return them to the distributor.
I'm trying just not to be hung with them. I'm definitely trying to run my shelves down. It might look like the shelves are empty, but there's really no choice in the matter.
So now may be a good time to stock up on liquids. Many are on sale.
One of the retailer's biggest problems will be storage space, because every time a customer returns a bottle or can, it has to sit somewhere until it's picked up for recycling.
For the folks behind the cashier's counter, the biggest problem will be
having to explain why there's 30 cents tacked on to the already high price of beer.
But explain they will, because, as this woman put it, the new law wasn't our idea, and we have no choice. Penny Daniels, Channel 7 Eyewitness News, Buffalo.